In the Playboy MX5 series, the cars are so evenly matched that a lot of times the difference between winning and losing has everything to do with how much you can get out of your BF Goodrich tires that all the cars run. Tony Silva is the team manager for the Atlanta Motorsports Group. Autobahn is a unique racetrack, Tony. What do you do to get the most out of your tire setup?
Well, BF Goodrich has given us a great tire here, but what we have to do is, Autobahn is a flat track. There's no banking, there's no hills or anything like that, so we really have to rely on the tire. We're stretching this tire patch in every direction imaginable, so we have to take the MX5 settings and really work on the shocks and on all the settings and get this thing to adhere to the best it can.
Well, it's a science unto itself here on the tabletop racetrack at Autobahn.
All right, thank you very much, Bill Stevens. Tires certainly critical here today. We've had wet conditions, dry conditions. The BF Goodrich G-Force radials have been up to the task all weekend long, and that is no surprise. Rampelberg, Nick Evans for the lead. They started together on the front row, Elliott. It's taken, well, almost 40 minutes of racing to get them back nose to tail again.
It is, and I think Evans is doing a great job, and we may see a breakthrough by him this weekend. But, you know, catching up with Rampelberg and getting by him is still two different issues.
We've watched Brad Rampelberg. This is not his first rodeo in this series. Full-timer a couple of years ago, ran a couple of races last year, back full-time this season. He's very smooth, Elliott. He does not make many mistakes.
No, he doesn't. And, you know, the only thing is that right now you can see he's driving very hard. And I think his car's a little looser than he'd like it this time because you can see him sliding around a little more than I believe he'd want to. But, you know, Evans has still got to get by, and they're coming down into this fast section again. And this is a really great section, turns 13, 14 into 15. But if he could get a run here, but it looks like Brad's car is working really well through this section, better than it was at the beginning compared to Evans, because Evans was right on him through this section early in the race.
Time for maybe 2 more laps of racing today at Autobahn Country Club. This is a 45-minute timed event. You have to start a lap before the time elapses. Not quite to start finish yet. We might be able to, we'll certainly run 1 more lap. Maybe we'll get to start and run a second full lap. So Nick Evans not out of time, but the clock is not on his side at this stage of the game as Rampelberg continues to lead in that AMG 4 car. Yeah, I think out of the final straightaway here.
Yeah, I think Evans has to start formulating a plan here and finding out where he can get close enough to make this happen. I'm sure he's working on it the best he can. And this is a time in the race when you're really, both guys are thinking it's Rampelberg's trying to figure out where Evans has the best shot so that he can block that spot or do something different. There he is getting loose again in turn 1, but he was able to hold it. It wasn't at the exit, it was in the center of the corner. And Evans who's sitting there thinking, guys, where can I get up on him at the right spot so that I can get by him and pull out of this thing and make the pass. So both guys are thinking about how this can work. At the same time, you're trying to drive as fast as you can.
Rampelberg just flinging that 4 car around. You could see him just on the edge, almost off the road, coming around that left-hand sweeper. Another left here in a short straightaway. Rampelberg by about 4 car lengths over Nick Evans in the Mazda Speed 28 car.
Yeah, this is great racing. It looks like Piscatel just dropped back for some reason.
Yeah.
He was right on them, and he's dropped off. So it's just a 2-car deal now. But boy, you just got to make no mistakes. One mistake by either guy, the race is kind of over, because if Evans makes a mistake, Rampelberg could drive on home. Looks like he's thinking about it here, but Rampelberg's being a little defensive going in there. See what Evans can do coming out of there? No, nothing there. So he's, you know, it's so tough to get by. It takes a little bit more of a mistake than that. Now, if he can get onto this straight, well, he's been dropping a wheel off on the outside. Didn't do it that time. There's a braking place here, but it's really tough to pull out and get enough of a run at somebody to get far enough up to actually make the pass.
These top 3 drivers, you've got Brad Rampelberg out in front, young Nick Evans in second, points leader Justin Piscatel third. They have been on the gas so hard the last 4 or 5 laps. They've opened up 10 seconds over the battle for 4th. Michael Cooper, Mark Carpenter, Aaron Malkasian's done a nice job to get up to 6th. With a car that just was not on form at all in practice and qualifying. So Aaron Malkasian, the team principal at Alara Racing, one of the big A cars as they call them, has done a nice job. We haven't seen much of Aaron so far, one of the Bulldog Productions entries. He's done a really, really good job. His teammate Lionel Kent, who had some contact earlier, being shown in 11th spot, should see the white flag this time by. We're going to run out of time in this 45-minute race in less than a minute, but these drivers should start 1 more lap. Should see the white flag off the tower here as they come up onto the main straightaway very, very shortly.
Yeah, no, it's a pleasure, but boy, just getting by is so tough. We saw him closing out at a second a lap, and then can't get by once he gets there.
But if you're going to talk to your drivers, if you're going to have one more shot at this, one more lap, I mean, Evans certainly is a young driver who knows you don't give up. You fight till the very last moment.
Oh, he's going as hard as he can. You know, the other point is that maybe here they come up for the white flag now, so he's got to do it this lap. And, you know, maybe he used up the tires a little more catching up than Rampelberg did sitting out front. Maybe Rampelberg has a little more left in the car. But, you know, as we've seen, Rampelberg has been trying as hard as he can to stay in front. He's doing a great job. It looks like he's actually gapped Evans just a touch here and can hold it off for this last lap. Did a great job and great nerves by Rampelberg to be able to do this.
A lot more racing to go, though. Still about 2.5 miles from home. Rampelberg by a couple of car lengths over Evans. Rampelberg in that blue and silver 4 car. He has led a lot of this race, working lap 17. It'll be the last time around. Field seeing the white flag off the flag stand here at the Autobahn Country Club course for a very lucrative and very hotly contested championship. The season champion will have a Mazda Speed scholarship, an opportunity to move up the motorsports ladder. The Mazda Speed ladder system, one of the great projects that Mazda has put together to help young racers from all over the country over the last several years. Here's Evans one more time.
Yeah, it looks like he got back up on him because Rampelberg dropped the wheel off in the mud, and you saw the windshield wipers go on Evans' car because the mud got on his windshield. But you know, it cost him a little bit there, and Evans was able to close right back up on him again. It's going to be really tough if he can get him. I think it'd probably be coming down into 16 would be the place, because coming on this next chute, it's a little bit tough coming through here. But I think once you get to the end of this straight and you go through the high-speed corners, unfortunately, Rampelberg's been very fast there the last couple laps. We'll see if Evans can do something. But they come over the little jump there where the 2 tracks meet that they have here at this racetrack into the fast section here in 13, 14. 15 is a really fast corner. It's not much of a lift at all for this one. You just come around here and just keep your foot in the throttle, come around this. It looks like he's far enough up ahead that Evans isn't going to be able to drop in, because this is a really decreasing radius corner, which leaves the inside open to really drop in on somebody here, but it doesn't look like he's close enough to do it. Looks like, unless Brad makes a big mistake, he's going to go home with another win.
Final couple of corners here at the Autobahn Country Club course. Playboy Mazda MX5 Cup. Brad Rampelberg bidding for his 3rd win of the season. Nick Evans in 2nd, bidding for his 1st career victory. Justin Piscatel, the points leader, needs a good day here. He has rallied after an off-course excursion earlier. Final corner heading for home. Here comes Rampelberg. Evans right in his tire tracks. Checkered flag at the flag stand. Brad Rampelberg down the final straightaway, and Rampelberg will gather up his 3rd victory of the 2010 season in the Playboy Mazda MX5 Cup. Nick Evans runs 2nd, and Justin Piscatel in the DAMG Worldwide car comes home 3rd. Great battle between Rampelberg, Evans, and Piscatel. Brad Rampelberg draws first blood here this weekend.
Yeah, and it was Rampelberg's fastest lap of the race.
So Rampelberg waving to the crowd here at Autobahn Country Club. We'll come right back and talk to the winner.